do that throughout. Really interesting technique. Ooh, have a listen to that.
Sound check.
G'day and welcome to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan and today I am finally getting to reviewing and analysing the wonderful voice of Morissette. Now, some of you, in fact, many of you have been asking me for a number of years now to do a reaction video to Morissette's voice, and in particular, the very song and recording that we're going to be listening to today. This is a big voice and she is marvellous. She really is. We're going to hear some really big power ballad vocals. We're going to hear some really exquisite vocal effects, sort of some cry moments, but in all, it's really just fantastic. Let's have a listen and we'll point some things out as we go along, remembering that we're looking at this through the lens of vocal technique and performance, and she's pretty good. Let's have a listen. She just settles herself there. See that? Just has a moment.
I'm trying to hold my breath.
Wish 1075.
Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end.
I love the way she's just building that ambient tone. It invites us in. It's just beautiful, and she's articulating with a real clarity, and I love the way she's forming her tone. And in fact, as we go along, that's going to be a real feature of her performance, is the way she shapes vowels so expertly, and you know, I'm really enjoying this.
You set off a train. Getting loud now, can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you.
I love that. You can see in her eyes there that she's really seeing what she's singing. And this is a big part of good performance, is if you can't see it, then your audience won't see it. They won't be able to enter in with you. But in this particular instance, Morissette is really seeing what she's singing, and it causes us to really place ourselves within the picture of the narrative of the song.
All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too.
Oh, hear that? Gold. She really shapes that. The other feature here is she's not getting too big too quickly. You've heard me say this in other reaction and review videos, that one of the real skills is to not give your audience everything in the first verse, first chorus. And she hasn't. She's really building us in, because it's going to get big, but she's not giving it all to us too soon.
Never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, and it'll never be enough, never be enough for me.
See that? There's one of our first vocal effects, just that little vocal stroking, little growl, but not overused. And that's a key feature of Morissette's vocal in this performance. She just colours and puts little effects in just here and there that just really give us that nuance, that variance that the ear needs to just keep us in the moment. Good note. She's nailing it.
Never enough for me.
There it is, another one. Now that's interesting. We're going to hear her do this throughout the piece in the next number of instances where she does this. For me. Ma. So she's going me, ma. And she'll do that throughout. Really interesting technique. Ooh, have a listen to that. Wow, have a listen to that. Just that little squeak, and it's on, from what I can figure, it's just on that intake of air where she's kind of got a cry going on, but there's an intake of air, and so we get that little squeak. She only does it, from memory, once more in the piece. See if you can hear others, but I can hear it. She does it once more, a little bit later, and what I love about the fact that she only does it twice is the fact that she's not overusing it, because it's just a really great coloring, but it's also highly fatiguing on the voice. And if you were to overdo it, if you were to overuse it, then you could, really build some wear and tear over time. But in this particular instance, I don't think there's a case of wear and tear here. It's just very clever use of vocal effect, which gives us this really cool sound. Have a listen to it again. Here it is.
All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little.
I just want to take a moment to recognize she's sitting down to do this. This is a big sing, and if I were to have a student in my studio doing this song, which in fact that I have, and we've worked on this piece with many singers, we always stand up to do this piece. What I do appreciate about her sitting posture is that she's quite up. There are moments when the shoulders want to lift, and we have to be careful of that, but in this particular instance, it's not sort of, too high. It's well managed. But it is really quite a challenge to sing sitting down like this. I've actually performed in a similar setting, not Wish, but in a similar setting, radio, live to air, and I requested that I stood up because I knew the song that I was doing was going to require that. And she doesn't need to, it would appear. She's sitting down, but she is being very clever in her overall body alignment.
These hands get hard.
A little bit of a growl there again. There it is, ma. And what happens there is it gives us a bigger, fuller note. Me, ma. And so we get this sort of sense of build with the actual tone. And so we've got this layering again going on. If she was going to me, we'd kind of get the same, and it wouldn't quite have the same level of climatic build. But she's very clever. She's able to give us that final little lift with the change of the vowel. Have a listen to it again. Yeah. Oh! Lifts it. That's a great performance and really well crafted. One of the skills of a really great singer is the ability to landscape and craft a single piece so that it's a whole picture. Yeah, so that we get this journey there's this storytelling that we're all invited to go on the journey with. And Morissette, I guess there's a reason why you've all been requesting that I review this particular piece, because it's outstanding. I do these vocal analyses on a pretty regular basis, at least once a week, so make sure you subscribe and join our ever-growing family, because here at Voice Essentials, we believe everybody can sing, and this is the place where everybody does sing. I very much look forward to seeing you again in the next Voice Essentials video. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.